The fight over Utah's education funding is heating up as both lawmakers and parents are speaking out today.
At the center of this debate is whether money that's always been set aside for public schools could be shifted to fund other state needs. Ariel Harrison live from the 3rd District Court in Salt Lake City.
Mark, Heidi, I'm at the courthouse because this issue is now in the courts. I spoke with state senators who have opposing views when it comes to the funding battle, including a parent with kids in public education.
I have 5 that are in the public school system right now.
Parent Brianna Wallace feels strongly that education money should stay where it is in public schools. It's an issue voters will weigh in on this November.
We need to keep that that money into the public school system.
Utah Senator Kathleen Reeby shares Wallace's concerns.
I believe that voters are sending their kids to our public schools. Then they want our public schools to thrive.
Also a veteran teacher, Reeby warns that if this amendment passes, the future of education funding could be in jeopardy.
State needs does not give us a good indication of where it's going.
On the other side, Senator Todd Weiler argues the amendment is essential to cutting the state sales tax on food.
This is the only way that actually works for our budget.
The only way.
The only way.
Despite the court battles, Weiler says voters will ultimately decide this issue in the coming weeks.
Question is, do we count the votes? Yes or no? That's what the court's deciding.
This amendment, according to Weiler, would not only cut the tax, but also provide flexibility to fund other state needs, something I asked Reeby to weigh in on.
So nowhere in your mind this money could be put to good use other than education?
Well, you know, if they wanted to build more trust with the supermajority, they would tell us exactly where this money was going.
Could you guarantee that money would stay in education?
I don't need to guarantee because we've always spent sales tax revenue on education. I can guarantee that the education funding will continue to increase as it has increased every year since 2008.
Now coming back out here, Reeby also argues the measure's language is misleading and that this only removes a portion of the state tax. Meanwhile, Weiler insists the amendment is about removing the state sales tax on food, not cutting educational funding. He says they are committed to increasing that. Reporting from the 3rd District Court, Ariel Harrison, KUTV 2 News.
And we want to know what you're thinking at home. You can scan the QR code on your screen if you'd like to vote in our poll question today. The question, should money earmarked for Utah education be allowed to be used for other state budget items? 77% say don't use funding from education.